Es la frontera con Argentina. I think it's been a very wet night in terms of dew, morning dew. You can hear the little droplets falling down. Oops. I'm definitely gonna miss this place. Oh, the sun warms me up so much. After a cold night, really cold night, this is what you want. A bit of those rays, hot rays. So today we're gonna go to a place called Refugio Plantat, which is at the height of almost 3,200 meters above sea level. So that should be a nice hike that I'm looking forward to. This is our little Airbnb here in El Melocoton in Cajón del Maipo. Ah, look at that view there. Look at those mountains. Here we go. Kutush, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling
Excited.
upward. Those who don't know what upward means a little bit bloated.
So you can buy cheese here. There's goat cheese there. We are at a height of 2,600 meters and going up to 3,200. Let's do it. So this is just the beginning of our trail, where the road ended, and we're climbing up high. What a view! The interesting thing is, if I hadn't used AllTrails and other research that I've done, it would have been very difficult to find the way to this trail because it's not signed. There is no signage here. And unfortunately, we had to turn back. Pato froze a little bit at one of the sections of this hike as it had too much exposition, and he's not used to heights and big drops. So instead, we drove towards Termas Valle de Colina just to check out the Moonlike landscape, and then to Valle Arenas and the trailhead for the hanging glacier El Morado. The AllTrails hiking route looks needlessly longer as you can drive up further to a parking spot called Mirador El Volcán. From this point onwards, the hike is an unforgettable one, with no major difficulties. This wide glacial valley turned out to be a fantastic pick, but as it was now substantially later in the day, that posed another slight problem, which we'll discuss a little later. Hoy en día caminamos al glaciar El Morado, aquí en los Andes. Estamos muy cerca de volcán San José. Aquí. Y esta es la frontera con Argentina. Just a couple of hours away from the hustle and bustle of Santiago, the Andes open up into an otherworldly corridor, Valle Arenas. Here, jagged peaks stretch toward the sky, and the silence feels ancient. As you follow the trail through Valle Arenas toward Laguna El Morado, the peaks form a natural amphitheater. To your left, you just cannot miss the wall of stone and ice. It is Cerro Arenas, towering at over 4,000 meters above sea level, a striking, pyramid-shaped peak that dominates the western skyline. As the path climbs, you'll also see Cerro San Francisco to the northeast and the massive Mesón Alto. Time for me to cross this little estero, this little stream, and I'm going to do it here. Oh my god, I love this place. Okay, managing. And that's as far as we got. The day was drawing to a close and the temperatures dropped fast. One thing that stood out to me about the Andes, something different from other mountains I've hiked, is the sheer size of them. They're really massive, and the peaks around us are over 4 and 5k high. So once the sun slips behind one of those ridges in the afternoon, that's it. It's gone for the day. No second chances for sunlight. So we turned around, chasing the last pockets of warmth and light on the way back, and sat in front of our favorite Cerro Arenas in Valle de las Arenas. As the autumn sun dipped lower, its last rays brushed the valley walls in shifting bands of light and shadow. The granite faces of the cerros, including Cerro Arenas, seemed to glow and fade in turn, as if the peaks were exhaling the light one last time before nightfall. On our last day, just a short drive deeper into Cajón del Maipo, we went for a hike at Embalse El Yeso, a turquoise reservoir tucked high in the Andes at over 2,500 meters above sea level. Hoy estamos paseando alrededor el Embalse El Yeso, which is absolutely stunning. Built in 1964, this dam captures meltwater from the Yeso River and along with nearby Laguna Negra supplies drinking water to much of Santiago. It's a vital part of the region's water system. The views here are stunning. Snow-dusted peaks all around, and that surreal blue water that looks almost painted on. But it's not all pristine. The area is also home to mining operations, including Piedra Blanca, which extracts minerals like gypsum. So while we hiked along the edge of the reservoir, the rumble of mining trucks was a constant reminder of the industrial presence here. Still, the landscape is unforgettable. I only wish we'd had time to hike up to Laguna Negra too. It's just beyond the ridge. Well, not this ridge to be exact. But that'll have to wait for another trip.